YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage back with the This Is Total War campaign with the Iceni. Right where we left off, and I think I'm going to upgrade these folks and go ahead and end a turn. Let's see. This is a scout, and I've given him some authority. Probably need cunning. Open up some cunning. And I'm going to give this guy covert action, which is allowing him for night battles. And then we'll give him warrior, which is a great one. Gets war cry in there as well. Keep these agents behind my men. Alright. Believe we can go ahead and end this turn. See that my income is back up a little as well from having captured these settlements, and it's kind of nice because the people we're attacking right now actually have the same culture, which is honestly kind of weird. I'm guessing all these tribes in real life didn't have exactly the same culture, but might be kind of difficult for the game to model out all those different cultures. So for now, at least, the buildings that we capture and stuff will pretty much just be ready for us to take over. It won't be any extra effort that needs to go into it. Alright, so we have a warlord that ranked up. There was a subversion here, and another city, my war maiden recovered. Here she is. Let's see if we can try this again, and this time, rather than manipulating, we'll just try and kill her. Oh man, that is one resilient lady. Let's see. That's a decent level scout there. Let's see if my druid can pull anything off here. Said I was going to try some manipulation, so let's do it.
I will introduce them.
Well, at least we hindered him. And this kind of stinks because this settlement was pretty badly hindered, and it's converting of the buildings and stuff. But the best way to put an end to these Sequani agents being a pest is just to come hit their city, which we will do right here. Let's see, they've got some mercenary Gallic warriors. Wow, a crap ton of Celtic skirmishers. But they don't have many slingers, which means that I should be able to sit back from the walls for a little bit and hammer them with all my ammo. Let's go ahead and assault the city. I'm just going to use ladders. Shouldn't need anything else for a city like this. Now, those mercenary Gallic warriors are decent units. They just don't have really high attack, and I think by the time that my sword band have all the extra attack from their chevrons and stuff, that it's probably going to be more than the Gallic warriors are able to take, obviously. Though base unit wise, the Gallic warrior might be a better unit. I haven't looked at the stats in a long time. That's some pretty nasty weather. I'm not going to go in the rain just in case in the odd event that I end up needing to burn the gates. Well, it looks like we're going in the fog. Some type of bad weather. Let's see. This looks like a decent place to attack here. We can get pretty easy control of the gatehouse. It's got my spearmen on the ladders, which I actually don't want. They are a little more missile resistant, but they're not very capable melee fighters. So I'd rather get my sword band. Okay.
Battle ready and eager.
Let's see. Let's get all these guys lined up. Got my slingers down the center. My remaining sword band can go right behind them.
Spears.
Get my spears. Scout riders. And my general. Let's go ahead and start the battle.
Slingers.
Let's move our slingers forward a little and see what we can spot on the enemy walls. If they have a bunch of skirmishers up there, which I expect they do, just want to get in position and pepper them with some slinger fire while my units approach. Okay, let's get my ladders moving forward.
Battle ready. Ancestors, hear us.
There we go. My slingers are going to be under a little bit of fire from enemy slingers on the wall, but I'll just let all my men start unloading a lot of ammunition. I won't be able to grab the attention of the enemy skirmishers because I'm out of their range. So my men are going to come under quite a bit of javelin fire. Though sometimes the AI uses flaming shot to try and burn your ladders. I would actually prefer that they do. That way they'll do less damage to my swordsmen. But I have enough men. So I mean, even if it ends up being a Pyrrhic victory, we'll have enough to take the city. The slingers are doing a good job of at least damaging some of the enemy units up on the wall. These Celtic slingers over here are actually taking a pretty good thrashing. I'm going to put some hurt down on some of these Celtic skirmishers, actually. But 2 of my slingers keep going at these other ones. It's not going to be easy to kill these Celtic skirmishers while they're on the wall because their shields and the wall are in a good position to protect them. So as you can see here, my swordsmen already taken losses to those towers. Pretty stiff losses, actually. Every shot's a killer shot from that tower, almost without fail. And they are not in flaming mode with their javelins, so my men are about to take a pretty good savaging here. That's weird, there's torches up on the wall. It's cool. I never noticed that before. Yep, they did go into flaming mode. Good. Hurts my morale, but if that's the worst it does, then that's fine with me. I'm going to bring my general up to try and support their morale, since they are kind of low-tier units. Move up my spear bands to come over the walls as well. My slinger's doing a great job out here in the center. Just going to go back into fire at will mode with them. My men are going to scale the ladders here. Whew, under some pretty brutal fire.
Our general is under attack.
Let's see, our general is now drawing fire from the enemy javelins. Yeah, we're getting some pretty savage javelin attacks here. My men are up and over the walls, though. The enemy skirmishers are going to be forced back. I'm going to immediately order my next wave of troops over the ladder. And same thing over here. We should start capturing that tower right away. I put that there on purpose. Let's get our spears up here as well. There we go. All my guys should be headed up the ladders. I'm going to inspire some of these guys who are up there. And my slingers still have these guys pinned down, which is great. And although with a lot of losses, we are making our way up onto the walls. I don't know that we can... Oh my gosh, look at that just nasty javelin slaughter right there. Not surprising that those guys are waving. That was brutal. Hopefully my men will stabilize there. They did not, I don't think. Nope. They shattered. That was a hail of javelin fire if I've ever seen it. It is pretty smart for the AI to bring javelins like this rather than slingers. Javelins are just more damaging. So, I don't know whether the AI does it on purpose or what, but the javelins are certainly a major threat. And we've got more Celtic skirmishers coming in. I really need to get over and capture the gatehouse. I'm still trying to bust through some of the many skirmish units that were up here. And there's yet more coming. Celtic slinger units back there. This is where the low armor units don't do you any favors. We've really got to capture that gatehouse. Get my cavalry in here. But I can't seem to bust through the skirmishers. They just stabilized again. And their guys are like glitched out right here. I hope they're not like zombie spear wall where my men get slaughtered walking through them. Some of my men are dying on the way through, but I can't tell if it's from that or from the arrow towers. Really do hope that the next patch does some work on the siege AI. It's pretty rough still. It's like the one spot of the game that I think just really needs some work. Not to say that there aren't other things about the game that could always be improved, because that's true of any game, but definitely think this game needs some work on the siege AI still. But if you all, a lot of you ask me sometimes too, like, hey, is this game worth buying now? Oh, absolutely. I think the game's been worth buying for quite a while, and in the latest patches is actually a very fun game. I'm gonna pull up some of my less damaged sword band to get in here. We got some Celtic slingers over here. So I might take this sword band real quick, see if we can catch them. They're gonna skirmish away from me. Well, they should have. They didn't. So we've captured them as well. Good grief, there's still more Celtic skirmishers. This is unreal. That is a lot of Celtic skirmishers. I'm actually going to need spears up here because they've got... I like how my spears just called themselves sword band. I'm going to use spears to take the town center because there's only one sword unit left. And then quite a few enemy cav units up there. So taking my swords in first would kind of be foolhardy. These spears are stronger than their swords probably anyway. Fairly close at least, not quite, but I'm just gonna click an attack order into these cavalry back there.
Orders! Get running!
And here comes the enemy cav.
We'll killable!
Go into cavalry counter tactics.
Sons of the oak!
Their general is trying to run away from me.
Britain!
Yeah. I'm gonna wait until it's mostly cavalry that these spears are engaged with before I engage cavalry counter tactics anymore, because it's not getting as many kills in this bunched up formation because there's slingers in between my men and the enemy cav. But I think it's a decent... see how they keep running in and out like that? I'm gonna wait just a minute. Let's get my heroic riders up here. What do they have back here? Just light horse and stuff. Oh, they've got a freaking spear noble. So we are going to need to collapse on their flank. And that tower's over there chewing away at my men too. And there's a Celtic slinger unit moving up. Let's bring that heroic rider over there. Sword band over there. Yeah, we're going to need to do something about that spear noble. My spearmen are not going to be able to stand up to it. So the enemy kind of switched on me there. They originally had their cavalry there, but now they've got their spear nobles. Let's see, he's one of these guys. These guys are pretty damaged. I'm going to have them capture that tower. And then we'll bring the better unit on over into this fight. And I'm going to bring these light horsemen clear around. Take my general in from behind these units here. Capture some of these towers with my damaged units. Get into the back of that spear noble, and we'll bring these cav around the back as well. Yeah, so some of the enemy cavs fleeing now. And here comes my heroic riders from behind. Frenzied charge, inspire, war cry. Ought to be a pretty nice combination. Yeah, look at that, 66 attack. So that's going to be a nice little combination there. Sword bands coming in behind the spear nobles and other sword units there. So my light cav should be able to crash in now. Alright, now we've got a complete total envelopment going. I'll kind of zoom in. Watch the Sequani garrisoned up in their town center, completely surrounded. Those towers back there are actually taking their toll on my light cavalry as well. My light cav are slowly making their way forward where they'll be near the edge of the range. I believe the Sequani are starting to buckle. They do have a few pretty quality units there though. My sword band into this flank though is going to be painful against the spear nobles. One of the enemy generals just went down, which is probably the spear noble because it's routing. Alright, got my spearmen into cavalry counter tactics, so we should be able to cut down this noble horse a little better.
We have captured a tower.
Alright. Man, these guys lasted a long time. Noble horse is one brutal unit. But my barbarian spearmen doing a good job there of taking these guys down. So let me get out of this view because the battle's not over yet, apparently. There's a victory point up here, and apparently the AI's got some troops in it. I still see a couple of AI units on the map. It's these ones that have not shattered. That spear noble's still hanging on here, despite having routed. There's got to be some units up here in this victory point still. Or no, maybe it's this one unit here. See if we can run them down. Come on. Got my guys hung up. This kind of pathfinding stuff right here is one of the main things that Rome 2 really needs corrected. And I've got this sword unit here. Oh no, there's a spear unit up there. Let's move up with this sword band. This one as well. And then let's bring up my spear units. In fact, just all these units here. I'm chasing down that light cav, which is fleeing away from me. It's gonna get destroyed by my light cav in that tower. So yeah, still some enemy units up here. There's another capture point where they're hanging out, and then there's a victory point up here, so clearly some of their men still left up at the victory point. Let's pull my slingers up too, just in case they could come in handy here. Alright, I'm going to fast forward for just a second, get my men up to this point. That is just a levy freeman, so although my guys are probably, oh no, they're not tired. I thought they would be. Celtic tribesmen, light horse, no huge substantial bunch of troops up here that I can see, and my guys ought to cut down these levy freemen with pretty good speed. It looks like they are just about to rout, and we've got another group of levy freemen coming in. I'll just kind of blob attack them with all my units here just to break a hole through. And the tower is no longer going to be firing at us, but there's still another tower here. A lot of enemy towers. What else do we have up here? This is where one of the Celtic warriors is. It looks like it's a garrison unit. So apparently the enemy kept some of its garrison units back here. And they're just throwing tons of Celtic tribesmen at me right now. And that next tower up the hill there is actually firing away at me. I'm going to pull these spearmen this way, since they're kind of in the back of that fight. Come on. And now the AI just going all in on me right here. I don't know if I can get my scout riders through right there either. I'm going to run these spears up here. These Celtic warriors are getting chopped down, so I think my men are going to be safe here. Even if I could just get one of my scout riders through, which I think we can, we might be able to swing up through the victory point. Come on back down. My slingers are trying to get some shots in back there, but I'm probably just shooting my own men, so I'm going to turn that off. I think my men are going to cut these guys down before the time becomes necessary. So this is a pretty good-sized city, apparently, to be having to siege something like this. There might be enemy units up there that I have to pull back from with my scout riders. We'll see. Those Celtic warriors taking severe losses, down 100 men in their unit. Oh, there are spearmen up here. Pull back. Oh, there's a considerable number of enemy units up here, one of which is a noble horse. So this battle very much not over yet. AI actually just had a lot more troops than I thought, and getting into the city is actually quite painful with all the... Quite painful with all the towers and stuff that you have to overcome. Got some enemy spearmen after us here. Good grief, man. These Celtic warriors are fighting almost down to the last man here. Somewhat ridiculous. Well, not really, I guess. They're fighting to save their hometown. I'm actually running out of men here. Hopefully we can finish this job. There's a whole nother mercenary Gallic warrior up here, 2 of them, along with a noble horse. So we've actually got a pretty substantial number of enemy units up here, along with a tower. So I may not have enough men to do this, just that the towers are eating my lunch here. Come on, seriously, these guys down to 37 men and haven't even wavered yet.
Sword band! Kill! You have our spears!
And my spears over here having a hard time killing these Levy Freemen for some reason. Although my guys are far superior. Maybe if we swing this cab in behind him, we can knock him out quicker. Good grief. Finally pushed back the enemy over here. That was one heck of a fight they put up. And regardless of how beat up they are, I'm going to need all my swordsmen for this. And I'm going to need these.
We have captured a tower.
Let's see, where's the rest of my spear bands? Just bring all these guys up here. Here they are. Get these spear bands over here. Wow, my guys are wavering over here to the Levy Freeman. The Levy Freeman's got 60, 70 kills against my spear band? That hardly seems relevant.
Our men flee the field of battle.
I mean, that is insane. How are they pulling that off? The stats don't lie here. My guys are just way better. I don't really think they deserve 90 kills there. So, let's see if we can get into the back of them and make these unbreakable spear levy break. Oh well, there we go. And there's another bunch of towers over here that's going to shoot my men. This is incredible. If I don't go do something about these, then... And there's another Celtic tribesman over here. My swordsmen are just slowly taking losses to this tower, so we might as well attack. And then I think what we'll do is we're going to need my general to support these guys over here. But then maybe we can bring my light cav for a rear charge. Let's go ahead and capture that tower. And get over here and capture these points.
Our men flee the
I guess
field
the spear
of
band
battle.
came back from routing.
This is a shameful.
Wow, this is a substantial number of enemy units. I think I underestimated the enemy here. Still waiting on these other swordsmen to get here, but it's going to be a blob fight anyway, so... And these guys are going to stop me before I can get into the influence radius of that tower. I have to inspire my men. War cry. And let's see... Some of these guys are a little tired, not too bad. Captured a tower. Let's go into these heavy horse. Now let's see if we can bring up our light cav behind them. Okay. Those towers should stop firing at my men now. I don't know how long my swords can hold out in this fight, because they're already dying.
We have captured a tower.
My light cav is getting blobbed up into this fight with the heavy horse. And there's no way through for my light cav. I think what I'm going to do is come down here and dismount my light cav and then go back up.
We have captured a tower.
Really? Their heavy horse, while mounted, is beating down my spear band. It's in cavalry counter tactics. 75 bonus versus large. My other spear units are way over here. We're gonna have to go ahead and dismount right here, and we gotta prevent the enemy from capturing that tower back, because then it's just gonna be more losses for me. So go ahead and toggle mount. I've got my other spearmen running back towards that other side. My swordsmen are just getting hacked to bits.
Our men flee the field
I mean,
of
this
battle.
is actually gonna turn
This
against me.
is a shameful display.
I don't know if I have a chance of pulling this off or not. Might bring my slingers over here, see if I can get lucky, get any shots, but I mean, just by attrition here, the AI is putting me out. Gotta hurry and get into this influence too, because the AI is quickly recapturing this tower. Here's my
Our men flee
dismounted
the field of battle.
scout riders.
This is a shameful display.
Gonna have to dismount my general too and just go into combat with the enemy here. Okay, frenzied charge in with my general. My general ought to do fairly well dismounted. But I mean, there's a Gallic warrior there. That's going to be a problem. Bring my slingers back like this and see if we can get some shots on it. My dismounted cavalrymen are... I can't tell how they're doing against these guys. Doing okay. They've got far better stats, but these guys aren't breaking as quick as I'd like. One of the stats that's not going to be all that good on them is probably melee defense, though. I'll see if I can get some shots on this mercenary Gallic warrior over the top of my own men. I don't know if I can or not. Gotta be careful about killing a lot of my own men, which doesn't look like I am at the moment. Yeah, that's good. That's taking its toll. I'm really worried about this enemy noble horse, though. I do have a few spearmen left. Let's bring these dismounted scout riders up. This is going to be close, folks. My general is taking a lot of damage from that tower.
We have captured a tower.
And when that enemy general charges down on him, it's going to be bad.
Orders!
Wow, this is going to be a fight to the bitter end. My dismounted scout rider is not going to do so good against that mounted heavy horse. I think I'm going to lose this. Just getting completely outweighed by sheer numbers. I'm going to bring my slingers up here.
Our men flee the field of battle.
My general is fighting for his life and getting shot in the back by a tower, of course, and every shot from the tower is killing my men quickly. Cavalry counter tactics here. If I can... Oh, that's bad. That is bad. No, don't run forward into that fight. Oh, I'm kind of almost punching through the enemy back here. Let's see if I can get the spear band around. But there's still a pretty considerable force here, and I'm losing men fast. This enemy spear unit just will not die.
An entire unit has perished.
There we go. I'm gonna try and fire some shots into the back of that. Oh man, these guys shattered. Piece of crap. I don't know if I have enough men left to finish this. Because there's still an enemy noble. Wow, that's frustrating. Just so many towers and other crap that the enemy managed to outlast me there. There's no way I can take down these guys. Not a mercenary Gallic warrior or a noble horse. Oh well. At least we gave these guys the fight of their life. And probably overestimated my units, like I said there, because they're not all that good. Not much I can hope for at this point. I'm surprised these guys haven't routed already. Won't take them long against a noble rider. I'm honestly surprised that I'm getting any kills here. This is kind of shocking, to be honest. Like I said, maybe I underestimated these guys.
An entire unit has perished.
And that's going to be it, folks. Looks like Heir loses this battle. So I will see you all back on the next episode when it happens. Hopefully out for a little revenge here. I need to get some of my higher armor units recruited, which is the Chosen Swordsman. Something I need to focus on there. I'm surprised that this guy's haven't routed yet. You know, maybe if I would have just lured the enemy over to by my tower and just kept fighting from there, that would have been the way to go, rather than trying to come up through this one, just focus on one side, take the tower away. Because I took a lot of losses to those towers that I probably didn't need to. Insane that I can get 3,500 kills and lose. Well, I guess the enemy took 3,800 losses, and I still lost. But, oh well, I mean, that's the nature of a battle of attrition there. Shouldn't have underestimated my enemy. Wait till we get back out to the campaign map. Just gonna see how this plays out. I don't think any of my army's getting away. Overall, pretty stalwart job from my guys. That was the main guy for the opposing political faction that I just got killed, though. At least I made it look convincing that I didn't mean to kill him. One slinger unit survives to tell the tale. Don't really know how that's possible, but supposedly it is. And I'm gonna keep bringing other faction units in here. Gosh, it's tempting to bring the heroic nobles because they'd be a big help. But at the same time, a heroic rider is a fantastic unit to have. I'll go ahead and bring the heroic nobles. Just give it a try. And anyway, Heir of Carthage signing off for now.